Okay. Hello, my name is Ramaya from the TheHoneyStitches Knitting Podcast, and I'm here for another episode of a knitting podcast. I know I just said that, but yeah. So, I wasn't going to record because I wanted to record a sock knitting video, and I am going to do a series of that because I don't know if you guys know, but on August 1st, the lectory... she dropped her cosmic latte sock pattern, and I completely fell in love. I was already in love with it, and I know I was telling y'all before that I was going to start knitting the very special socks by Stone Knits, but I knitted those cosmic latte socks. I immediately bought the pattern when they came out, and I knitted the socks. Also, I got some Doc Martens to fit my aesthetic. I don't know if you guys can tell, you probably can't, but I have I'll tell you what I have on. I have the scallop jacket, and I'll put who's it's by in the description down below because I can't pronounce the name. Then I have just this striped shirt. Then I have these brown type of pants on, and then I have my Docs. And yes, this is the lectory, the Cosmic Latte socks. I think these are like Mary Jane Doc Martens, and I don't know if you guys, yes, I'm gonna be holding up my foot, but it has a flower. The flower is like the little buckle. It's so cute. But I'll take off my sock for right now, and also I haven't finished knitting the second one. I actually haven't started. So I was watching someone named Eliza OK, and I've been binging her entire channel. But I was watching her new 52 weeks of knitting socks videos, and it inspired me to start a series of myself. I don't have the 52 weeks of socks book, but I do have the pattern for the Cosmic Latte socks, and I'm going to be knitting 3 pairs. So yeah. So these are the Cosmic Latte socks. So pretty. They're literally gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I knit this in Arvetta, Filicanana Arvetta. That's how you say it. In like a cream. I don't know the exact color, but I'm in love with these socks. I'm in absolute love. Also, Creabea, I was watching, first off, this is like the dip stitch pattern, and then Creabea she's putting out a pattern for, I don't remember the name of the sweater, but she's putting out a pattern, and it has this stitch, but as a sweater. Absolutely fell in love. I'm knitting that as well, and so before I get into that though, I realized that I can knit a pair of socks to match the sweater I'll be knitting as well. So this is just because I wanted to be like her, and I wanted to knit her socks in this color because it was beautiful. But I actually got some mohair. I'm probably jumping all around the place. I'm probably rushing, and I'm sorry. I have a lot of time, so I don't know why I am talking so fast. I guess I'm just really excited, but let me calm down. So I got some yarn, and it's hand-dyed yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's green. As you can tell, I'm in love with green. I have a lot of favorite colors, but I'm in love with green. My nails are green. The jacket's green. Yeah. But I got mohair. It's beautiful mohair, and I'll put it's Victoria House of Fibers. Goodness, and this is the colorway of Pesto. This is her mohair. It's 72% kid silk, and then it's 72% kid mohair and then 28% silk. I got 2 balls. I'm hoping this makes enough because I don't think she's put out the quantities of how much you need for her sweater, so I'm hoping this makes enough. Let me get a little closer to the camera. Hold on. Okay. I'm hoping this makes enough for this sweater that Creabea is putting out. I think this will look gorgeous, and I'm also getting this colorway and her fingering weight of yarn with It's a nylon blend. So I'm hoping this makes it, and then I'm also gonna use the leftover yarn from that because I'm getting 3 skeins of yarn in the pesto colorway of fingering weight, and the leftover yarn from that I'm going to make the socks. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. I really am jumping all over the place. Do I have any? Okay, I think most people like do finish whips. They like do finish objects, then they do whips, and then acquisitions, if that's how you say it. Do I have any finished objects? I showed you my sock. That's it. That's why I haven't really that's why I haven't, what's it called, like, I haven't filmed this because I don't have that many finished objects. Like, I have one. I have a lot of acquisitions, and I have a few whips that I can show you. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look for my swatch because I do want to show you my swatch, but I can show you my whips right now because, yeah. Also, I just want to show you the other hand-dyed yarn that I have. Oh my goodness, I'm in love with hand-dyed yarn. These are gorgeous. These are literally absolutely. These are gorgeous. Maybe I should turn hers around too. Probably, right? And she's so nice. I had communications with her because I had a few questions. And she's just so nice. She even she messaged me just to make sure that I also got my package. She was like, I see that it's delivered, but I just want to make sure you actually got your package. And I was like, you know, Amazon doesn't do that, so but yeah, hand-dyed yarn is just literally just gorgeous. And I asked on my Instagram if anyone could find like an olive green hand dyer, not like a hand, well, like if anyone knew of hand-dyed yarn that was like an olive green color. And this was because her shop was on vacation, and I was like, I finally had the money to purchase from her, but then her shop was on vacation, and I asked and no one answered, and I was like, okay. And then I checked again on her shop and she opened back up. So I immediately messaged her and I immediately bought her yarn, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for opening your shop back up. Like, I've missed you. I wanted your yarn. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Anyway, we're going to get into my whips. I have a feeling that this is going to be a shorter podcast because I don't have as much to show you. So sorry if it's a shorter podcast, but I have a lot more videos coming up because I have a lot of whips, and I feel like I'm gonna maybe be knocking it out. Like, I literally set up a whole schedule so that I can start knocking my whips out because I want like a good amount of things done before, well, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So also, my grandma got me some bags for my birthday. My birthday, I'm not gonna tell you my exact birthday, I guess. But my grandma got me some presents for my birthday. She got me corduroy bags. So these are now my yarn bags. So goodness, gosh, I love this. Anyway, so you know how I was telling you that the dip stitch pattern and also Creabea was putting out a sweater pattern? Well, I decided that I wanted a cardigan. So I am putting out a pattern probably next year because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done this year. Meaning like the official pattern will be out next year. But I'll probably be calling for test knitters maybe in December, because in September, yeah, probably in December, because I'm only knitting my size right now. And I'm trying to make sure, because I have to knit the whole cardigan first to make sure that it can actually work and that I did something right. Hold on, I need to get like stitch blockers because I don't want to, well, stitch stoppers. I don't want these falling off my needles. So I'll be right back. I don't think I'm gonna cut this clip out. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm so excited to show y'all this. So excited. These are my little stoppers. They look like little traffic cones. But as I told you guys before, I wanted to start knitting I wanted to knit different different garments in the same color. So this is going to be in the same color as this. Also, a lot of people were asking what actual colorway this was. This is Drops Flora in the color pistachio with two skeins of Drops Kid Silk in the color of apple green. And I'll show you real quick. I will show you real quick. These two together. Well, obviously one more ball, but these two makes this. So I feel like it looks a lot more muted on camera. It's a lot more green. Also, I have pictures of it now on my Instagram, so if you want to see it there, you can. Anyways, I put the little stitch blockers on, and I'm going to show you my cardigan so far. It looks really tiny. Also, I just don't think my, I don't think I have enough, like, space on my needles for it to, like, fully stretch out. So that's where we are, but this is the cardigan so far. I can't see if you can see it, but this is the front of it. This is the back. Also, Victoria House of Fibers gave me a stitch marker. And oh my goodness, let me show you it closer. You can see. Oh, by the way, I got my septum. I got my septum for my birthday too. I finally turned 19. And I got my septum. So yeah, I'm feeling like a real adult. Doing adult things, getting piercings, you know, buying my own yarn. Spending a lot of money on yarn too. And Drops is having a sale. So you know I keep buying yarn. Every time I get paid, I keep buying more yarn. Where's all this yarn going? Where? Because I don't have the space. But yeah, this is, I'm gonna call this the Honey Love Sweater, because obviously I'm the TheHoneyStitches. So what I want to do is have like all my future patterns in like the honey and then something. So like, since this stitch kind of looks like hearts, I don't know if you can see, kind of looks like hearts. I'm doing love. I was gonna do the honey, and you guys can tell me which one you like better. We could either do or like put any suggestions you have for names in the description, not in the description, the comments. But we have the Honey Love the Honey Love cardigan, or we have the Honey Heart cardigan. I don't know. I think I like the Honey Love cardigan. I keep wanting to call it a sweater. It's not. Yeah. I mean, I can call it the Honey Love jacket, maybe. The Honey Love jacket. That sounds kind of nice, actually. The Honey Love jacket. The Honey Love sweater. So, yeah. Okay. This was actually hard. I know that like knitting and making patterns is hard in general. That's why I didn't try. But I think the biggest thing for me is having to like try to whip it out, because I'm trying to get this done before she puts out her pattern, because I do not want to do them at the same time, if that makes sense. So I'm really hoping that this will be done before September, the last week of September, because I feel like she's gonna put it out around then. So I feel like, no, I haven't watched her new podcast, I don't think. No, I haven't watched her new podcast, but I feel like she's been saying she's gonna put it out the last week of September. So, and no, I'm not a test knitter for her either. I've just been thoroughly trying to watch people knit her stuff. So I'm still in love with this. I keep looking down. It is gorgeous, and it's in the same colorway too. I know I said that, but yeah, I tried to I wanted the button band to be included. I didn't want to like knit them separately, so I wanted the button band to be included while I was knitting this, because the waffle sweater, well, the waffle cardigan has the button band included in, and I was going to make this a double collar and like do it like that, but I was impatient and I wanted to go ahead and start the stitch pattern. So it's just, you can do a folded over neckband and like do it like that, but I just did I like this. And I think it with the button band looks really nice too. I'm probably not even showing this correctly. And I know this looks really tiny, but it's like just right, it's like right here right now. Like this is where it needs to be. So I have like ways more to go. And I would say once I hit this part of it, I probably won't like be knitting on it as seriously. I still want to get this pattern out next year, like early next year, probably in hopefully March. Oh, and I'm only saying March because I don't know how to grade patterns or anything like that. Like I don't make up my own patterns. It seems so hard. And even doing my size was hard. And so I really do want to be size inclusive with my patterns as well. So who was I watching? Dang. I don't remember her name, but I was also messaging her on Instagram, and I'll put her name and I might just have to cut this clip out because, yeah, my monitor for my computer is right over there. I'm gonna check her name real quick because I want to mention her in my podcast. Okay, her name is Creabea Knits, I believe. I hope I'm saying that right. But I was watching her podcast, and she is not knitting, like she's going to, I think, finish knitting a few people's patterns that aren't exactly size inclusive, but after she finishes her whips and everything, for the yarn that she has, she's not knitting any more patterns that aren't size inclusive. And so I know that I fit every pattern that I knit, and that's because I have a pretty general size that's going to always be in the patterns. But I don't think it's fair that a lot of people, like I haven't even thought like, oh, I want to knit this, but I don't know if it's going to be my size. Like that's not a question I ever have for myself. And so I definitely want to be size inclusive so that everyone can knit my pattern because it's so gorgeous. And I would love for everyone to be able to wear the pattern that I make. So it's going to take me a while, and I'm hoping I can also have help. I don't know who can help me. I don't really have knitting friends at all. And so I really hope people can help me, or I can find like a mentor who can help me grade the pattern and also just help me in general. I'm gonna also buy like a few knitting books. Who was I watching? I was watching someone, I don't know why I keep forgetting everyone's names, but Lily Cake Makes, I think. Lily Cake Makes, I think. But I was watching her thing on how to like write patterns, and she was having all these books in her video, and so I'm gonna probably get a few of those so it can also help me. But yeah, this looks like it's for a toddler. I know it's just a start, I know, and also, you know, it's gonna open up, and I'm also hoping that I did it correctly with the stitch counts for mine. I feel like this is going to be an extra small. I mean, I only knit extra smalls, so all my things are extra small. I don't knit smalls because they never fit me. So I guess this is why it looks so tiny. Because also, I mean, the stitches are gonna stretch. The stitches in the back stretch too. I just don't think I have long enough needles for them. But the point of me also saying this is because I want to knit this in, sorry, the lighting might go up and down. It's cloudy and then it gets sunny or whatever, but I also want to knit this and have a matching sock pair to go with this. So I'm going to be making a lot of socks, 3 pairs of the Lectory's Cosmic Latte socks. I'll be knitting this in drops. I'll be knitting the Cosmic Lattes in drops Flora and the colorway Pistachio. No more added. But I'll be knitting this in the pistachio color. And then also for Creabea's new sweater, I'll be knitting those socks as well. So I'm going to be knitting those socks with when I start knitting her sweater though. So for right now, I'm just going to be focusing on getting the Cosmic Latte socks done. And then I'm going to start on, okay, maybe I should start saying the colors because there's going to be 3 pairs. So I'm going to start getting the Arvetta colorway of cream or whatever done first. Then the next thing is going to be starting the drops Flora and the colorway Pistachio Cosmic Latte socks done. And then after that, late September, you know, October, I'll be knitting the House of, hold on, Victoria House Fibers colorway pistachio in her fingering weight. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened to me. Like, I was talking so fast and I feel like I just slowed down, but I'll be knitting her thing in this of the fingering weight for my socks. I did not prepare for this video. I just, for some reason, was like, yeah, I'm gonna just set up my room so I can just start just recording. I was really supposed to just record this for my sock video, and for some reason I'm talking about my whole podcast, and I've been talking for 21 minutes already. That's crazy to me. But dang, the lighting just keeps going in and out. I really hope it's not that dark, but hey. So yeah, also the next thing I'm going to show you is, it's not a whip, but I can talk about future projects now. That's what I can talk about, because this is my only whip. Actually, I do have this sunray sweater, but I think I'm gonna be unraveling it. I just don't exactly enjoy brioche that much. I did already separate for the sleeves, so technically if I really wanted to, I could keep going, but I just also ordered from Warehouse in their Drops Flora in the colorway of, what was it? I have it here. I ordered this in the color, I don't know the color. I'm gonna have to put it down in the description box too. But what was it? It's gonna take too long. So I did this in Drops Flora, and I'm gonna hold it maybe together. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a beautiful garment. It's still very pretty. I just don't exactly know if it's for me, if that makes sense. I mean, I know it makes sense, but yeah, I just don't know if it's for me. This is the sweater though. They said it would stop puckering once you like knit all the way down. But petrol. I found out the colorway. It's gonna be Drops Flora in the color petrol, and this is Drops Kids Silk in the color petrol as well. So I was going to maybe hold it with Drops Flora and then Drops Kids Silk, but more than likely I'm not. This is probably gonna be, I'm gonna unravel this because this is just held with 2 strands together, and so I'm gonna knit something with this. Someone needs to put out another pattern, or I need to craze over something else, because I'm knitting something, but I don't think it's gonna be the sunray sweater. Yeah, no, I'm not enjoying brioche at all like that. I completely stopped. Also, this feels like it's going by so slow. Like, I feel like knitting the sock was like really fast for me. I knit it in like 2 to 3 days, and that's because the ribbing took like the longest part for me, because of, I just wanted to get done with the ribbing, and it took so long. For some reason, it just took so long. But as soon as I got to the actual stitch, like the stitch, like the design, it really did speed up. But this is just taking so long. I can't tell whether I'm knitting it really fast, because I did cast this on like 2 days ago. So I can't tell whether I'm knitting this really fast, but it's just taking so long because of the stitches, or whether I'm knitting this really slowly. But technically, this is actually pretty fast if this is 2 days of work. It's like 2 to 3 days, because today is Saturday. Yeah, it is Saturday. I feel like maybe I haven't been knitting it for only 2 days. I've been knitting this for like 3 to 4 days. And if it's 3 to 4 days, no, it's like been 3 days max. But yeah, I feel like it's taking so long. Also, just to clarify, I don't know if I'm allowed to say. One thing I noticed about Creabea's new sweater coming out is that she her stitch, it'll have like the dip stitch, and then I realized for this stitch you could tell it's just you're just knitting it, and this one she has you knit one below, and so I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but she does. I'm sorry if I'm really not, but it's beautiful. That's the only reason why I'm saying it. So the reason I'm saying it is because it creates a such more neater stitch, such a neater stitch. And so for mine, I decided to knit one below too. So it's like this stitch, and then you knit one below for, hold on. Okay, so for this one, this is like the regular stitch, and then for this, you're knitting one below. Also for the increase, for the raglan ones, I also make you knit one below to keep the raglan stitches really neat too, because I realize I don't like the fact that they just look really wonky when you're knitting them. Like, well, they look really wonky when you have to increase. Like, they get like tiny and then big and tiny and big. I don't really like that, so I decided to do knit one below as well. And as you can see, the raglan looks really, really nice and neat. Like, all my stitches look really nice and neat. And yeah, is this pattern hard? No, I don't think the pattern's hard. I will say it is maybe a lot to keep up with. I have added, you probably can't tell, but I have added a lot of, not a lot, I added some German short rows in there because I feel like you're supposed to add, like in all my cardigans I wear and everything, they always add German short rows. So I tried to add German short rows. It wasn't a lot of German short rows, but I did add some in there. And yeah, so pretty much you just need to know how to knit and purl, knit one below, increase, pick up stitches. That's pretty much it. And I was going to have it do like 2x2 rib, but then I realized that that wouldn't work, nor would it look good since the pattern has like already like one. Does that make sense? So like it already has like this and then one and then one. And this also reminded me of the Waffle Cardigan by Knitting for Olive, I think. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. And so I was like, well, they have 1x1 rib, and then Creabea had 1x1. Oh, okay, sorry, my phone's at 20%. It's not gonna die during this podcast, but yeah, so yes. I guess I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing because I feel like, I know I said that this podcast wasn't gonna be long, and it's not going to be that long. It's gonna be definitely under an hour. So but I said it's not gonna be long. It's gonna be under an hour. I might re-record this. Because this seems extremely hectic, and I'll have to put that in the title. A very hectic episode number 2, because this is not organized at all. This is not my best work. I'm so sorry. But we're gonna put this back in my bag. Sorry for kicking, yo. We're gonna put it back in my bag because I have still a lot to show. So also I have to get up real quick because I have a swatch that I want to show y'all, and I believe it's over there. So give me 1 second again. Okay. So I have a few future projects. What I wanted to do was have, I wanted to knit 2 waffle cardigans, and then I wanted to also knit 2 olive cardigans. What I'm going to do though, since I'm knitting my Honey Loves cardigan, since I'm knitting, I'm gonna say jacket. Since I'm knitting the Honey Love jacket, I don't think I'm gonna have enough drops. I could order more, but I could, but right now at least I'm not gonna do that. So I am going to knit the olive cardigan with the drops flora and the drops kid silk in this exact green again. So I'll have like 3 cardigans in the same colors. It's fine. So this is my swatch. I noticed other people had like a lot of like boom, 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 boom. I think I did it wrong. But I've knitted the whole cardigan before. This is really all you need. So I just wanted to see how the colors look with each other. I keep ordering from Wool Warehouse. Like I continue to keep ordering and ordering. I haven't shown y'all yet, but I have this big bag from Wool Warehouse. And then I also have another smaller bag with drops as well. And also the reason why there's not a lot in there is because I separated them into my corduroy bags. So yeah, but I'm gonna be knitting the olive cardigan in this color. And I'm excited for that. I'm gonna start knitting that next week. I'm gonna cast it on, cast the color on. I'm not in a rush to have that cardigan, only because I am really trying to knock through the honey jacket. Well, sorry. No, the honey jacket. No, because it's giving honey clutch, you know? So the honey love jacket. I'm really trying to get through the honey love jacket's yoke before I really like thoroughly put myself into another project. But I really need to hurry up because Creabea is putting out her sweater. And I'm knitting that. That'll be top priority. So, I mean, no, because her pattern will already be out and I'll need to put mine out. Also, this will be my first pattern I'm ever putting out. So please bear with me, please. But anyway, that's why I have this big bag. The reason I have this big bag, and this isn't even all the yarn, but the reason I had this big bag of drops flora, they're both drops flora, is because I wanted to knit the 2 on 2. So I wanted to knit one of the waffle cardigan by waffle cardigan and olive cardigan by Knitting for Olive, and then in the green. And then I wanted to knit the same thing in, I don't know what color this is, but it's like a pink. So I'll show you the next thing. I have also a pink corduroy, and it's like a lavender. But I hope my swatch is in here. But I have these by Drops Kid Silk, and this is also for the, I'm gonna be knitting the waffle cardigan in this. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to hold one strand of this, one strand of this, and then one strand of this together. I don't think it's gonna look that great. And that's terrible, but two balls of this with this, they do look really good together. I did swatch that, so I'm still gonna swatch all 3 of these together to see, because if that does work, then I'm probably gonna knit that with the waffle cardigan. But this is, I also did a little stitch. I did like a literal tiny swatch of the Honey Love jacket. It doesn't even roll off my tongue. But I did that stitch in a swatch for this. I'm not gonna knit these colors in that jacket, but I wanted to see if it'll look good, because if these look good together, I know they'll look good for the waffle cardigan. So this is what these look like together. I think they personally look good. I think they look good. It's darker than I wanted, but we're gonna see. Ooh, I dropped it. We're gonna see if these all look good together. We'll see. I really don't know, but I really hope it does, because I want to use this, and I'm more than likely not gonna give it away because it's pink and I did pay a lot of money for it. So I feel like if I got like a mohair that I didn't really like and I know I wasn't gonna use, I would give it away. But I picked this color out specifically so I could knit this cardigan, I think. No, this was for the Monday sweater. And I am planning on knitting that still, but it'll be later, probably next year, because I have too much to think about. So, but yeah, the only thing I could think about talking about is having the matching socks. Also, let's do a little water break. The only thing I can think about is having matching socks. So what I also want to do is, I want to have matching socks to go with most of my knits. So like only my new knits though. I'm not doing my older knits. So for my, obviously my Honey Love jacket, I'm going to knit a new pair of the Cosmic Latte socks. And then for my olive cardigan, I did see a pattern, and I'll put it in the description box for maybe future socks I'm gonna knit. It looked it kind of gave the same vibe as the olive cardigan. So I'm probably gonna knit those socks in, obviously, also the pistachio green in Drops Flora. And for the waffle cardigan, I did also see a pair of socks that had that stitch count too. So I will see if I'll put those in the description box. I'm saying I'll put it in the description box, but we'll see if I actually do put it in there, because I might not. And that's okay. No, it's not. I'll put it in the description box for you guys. I'm sorry. So yeah, I feel like this was a quicker episode because, sorry, I'm trying to look around and see if I can talk about anything else. I could talk about my, my ruffle socks. I don't like knitting stockinette. So all my future projects, for socks at least, won't be like just straight stockinette. Like it'll either be 2x2 rib, which really won't be really much. I'll be knitting 2x2 rib to have like a matching pair of socks to this, but if I'm not knitting a cardigan or a sweater that has 2x2 rib, more than likely I won't be knitting a pair of socks that has that. But I like lace patterns. I don't know if you would call the Cosmic Latte socks lace, but they're beautiful. But that's what I'll be pretty much knitting from now on. It'll be like lace work patterns, or just really like intricate stitch designs, because I like, what is it called? Like I just like to actively be like, this is like really, I'm really getting into this, and it's not like just a boring knit. Like stockinette to me is just boring. That's why I haven't knit the Monday sweater. It's boring to me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but all my stuff pretty much now is just, they all have designs. Like my waffle sweater, the Honey Love jacket. Yeah, the Honey Love jacket, the Creabea new sweater coming out. All my new stuff, all of it is not any just straight stockinette. Like it has knits in there, you know, but it's not stockinette. So yeah, I think this is going to be the end of my podcast. So yeah, sorry. I feel like this podcast wasn't exactly the vibe I was going for. It's a bit very much chaotic. So I apologize for being that chaotic. I feel like I was just talking and rambling a whole lot of just ramble. Like my first podcast was so great. I had my book. And I was just going through and I was like, yeah, these are people I'm gonna mention. Like I had it all written down. I didn't have it all written down for this, so I apologize. Also, I remember I'm writing down the pattern in my book. I'm also writing down the pattern on Google Sheets and on Google Docs, but I wanted to show you guys my swatch that I had for my cardigan to begin with, that I was knitting in Drops Bell. First off, it did work out beautifully, but I was really missing the fluff, so I started knitting it in the green while I was waiting for my new orders to come in. But this is the stitch count. Well, not the stitch count. This is the swatch from the Honey Love jacket. Beautiful. Beautiful. I wanted to also mention again that I really have been binge watching, Eliza, okay, I believe that's her name. I've been binge watching her. I'm really loving her vibe. I love that she, like, I will say that I'm not into clowns, but it's something about, like, the way she, like, I love her vibe. Like, everything about it. I just love her vibe. She's in California. And I love her cat. I love her rugs. Just everything. I'm just really digging the vibe. So yeah, I just wanted to mention it because I will be, after I finish recording this, I am gonna start recording me casting on for the Cosmic Latte socks for the cream, because I want to go ahead and finish that pair by the end of this new week. So yeah, I wanted to also mention her so you guys can start watching her channel or go over to her channel. So yeah, I don't feel like I really liked this podcast for myself. So yeah, but I'm excited to start knitting the new stuff for myself. I really might redo this podcast. I don't think I am though, but I might. I'm probably gonna have to cut this out. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Not that much. I really do feel like a cool girl. Okay. I'm gonna cut this out, but if we're starting again, let me do this. Okay, so I also wanted to say maybe at the end of my new episodes or new podcasts that I just want to have kind of like maybe a rant. Like I'm a ranter. So I will definitely be going off the topic. And if my knitting podcasts are very much chaotic, I really am sorry. Like, I really just need to write them down, because if I don't, they're just going to be so chaotic. So, and I know if I feel like it's chaotic, it's definitely probably chaotic, because I'm a chaotic type of girl. But yes, also thank you so much for everyone who subscribed and who watched my first podcast, and who commented. I'm so thankful. Like, thank you so much. I got a lot of love on my last video, and I want to thank you guys so much for that. I truly do appreciate it. I would love new knitting friends, so if anyone wants to be my friend, go follow me on Instagram and send me a DM or something, because I would really appreciate it. I am going to try to be putting out a video hopefully every week. It's not going to be a knitting podcast. It's going to be a video just updating you guys on my progress for my garments. So what I've so the frog popsicle knits, or popsicle frog knits, I believe that's her name. She first off, she put out her new episode today or yesterday. I'm gonna watch that soon, probably today when I'm knitting. But before then, she put out her first episode, and then she put out a video of her knitting the Ingrid sweater, I believe. And then I was watching, what was I watching? Liza, okay. I was watching Liza, okay, and I don't know why I keep forgetting her name, especially since I watch her so much. But, why did I bring that up? Yes, I brought that up because I wanted to start, when I start knitting like a new garment, so I want to make a video for that garment, if that makes sense. So like when I start knitting the olive cardigan and pistachio green and apple green, I want to record myself knitting that in that process. And then when I start knitting new Cosmic Latte socks, I want to record that process. And then for the waffle sweater, same thing. And for the for my cardigan too, same thing. And then for Creabea's sweater, same thing. So yeah. Also, Eliza, what she does is she'll knit one sock. I think what she said she does is she knits one sock before she starts recording, and then she records her knitting the second sock, so she makes sure that she knits the second sock because it feels like she has to. And so that's what I'm gonna do too, hopefully. I'm probably gonna record myself knitting both, depending. I already did knit my first one, but I'm going to probably go ahead and knit the second one. No, I'm going to, I mean, for future ones, I might record myself knitting both. We will see. Also, I don't have great lighting in the apartment still, It's not gonna change. But maybe I should take off. I'm sorry, I'm just noticing the glare. I really cannot see without glasses. I know that some people will take off their glasses so that they can not have the glare. I really cannot see. So, like, I take off my glasses and you guys are pretty close. But I can't see myself. So, I have to see. Sorry. I'm sorry. But, yes, I think this is going to wrap up the podcast because I'm ready to go ahead and cast on that sock. Trying to think if there's anyone I want to mention. Okay, this is probably going to be, I'm going to say this is going to be a knit and chat. And if this is going to be a knit and chat video, let's just say that I can knit and chat, hopefully. Knit and chat, also, yeah. Let's say this is just going to be a little knit and chat. No, I don't want this to be a knit and chat. I can record a different video for a knit and chat because I don't like watching knit. I like watching knitting podcasts. And then I like watching knit and chats. And then, because I'm not knitting. Because a knit and chat is knitting and you're chatting. I'm not knitting and chatting. So, yeah. This is going to conclude the episode. This is episode number 2 for the TheHoneyStitches Knitting Podcast. My name is Ramaya. I'm 19 from North Carolina. So, yes, please go ahead and give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a subscribe on YouTube if you desire. If I'm too chaotic for you, I completely understand. You also don't have to watch all the way through. I understand if you don't. I really do understand if you don't. But if you like my vibe, please go ahead and give me a follow. Please message me or comment. So, yeah. Yes. Sorry, there's really nothing more to say to that. Also, if anyone wants to send me yarn, please let me know. Comment down below if you would ever want to send me yarn. I'm always open to receiving yarn. I love mohair. I love mohair. So I don't know if I need a what do they have, like, for mail things, like a post thing, but I don't have one. I don't know if people want to send me yarn or send me anything, so I didn't feel the need to have one. So yeah. Also, I'm trying to figure out if there's anywhere else I could go to have better lighting. I don't know if I could go anywhere else. So there is another place in my apartment complex that I could go to hopefully have better lighting, but we're gonna see if I can go there. I'm gonna just cut it off. I feel like I'm ranting and I'm rumbling or whatever, so I'm gonna go. You guys have a great day, and thank you again for watching my knitting podcast. And I'm gonna record a different video after this, so toodaloo.